Welcome, listeners. This extra special micro episode of Unexplained Legends.
Little surprise for them all.
Yeah, with me as always is Denis Lynn.
And over there you are?
Roger O'Sullivan. And together we are the Unexplained Legends. This episode's something a little bit different. Basically, we've started putting up videos on our YouTube channel trailering different episodes of our podcast. And one of the trailers that we put up was about the Phoenix Lights. And we actually got this really cool comment from somebody on YouTube about their experience with the Phoenix Lights.
Which was so good, we decided to turn it into a little episode.
Yeah, so you'll just hear myself and Denis read through the comment pretty much verbatim. And to be honest, I think it kind of gave both of us chills when we heard it.
Yeah, and I was just going to give the listeners a word of warning there as well. I would suggest being under your blankets with a torch on at all times while listening to this incredible story.
So, just on the anniversary of the Phoenix Lights, we hope you enjoy this little story from the YouTube commenter Tom King, and we'd like to thank him for letting us use it in our podcast. I've shared my story before on YouTube, but I witnessed the Phoenix Lights in 1997, and I will never forget that night. My brother and I were up on the mountain across the street from our house because it was the night of the Hale-Bopp comet, and we wanted to get the best view possible. If you want to look on maps, we were just south of Shia Boulevard and 24th Street. Basically, 24th Street and Sherrill. My brother was facing northwest, and I was facing southeast, because we didn't know what part of the sky the comet was going to be visible in. My brother says, "WTF is that?" And when I turn around, I see a V-shaped formation of lights coming towards us. It moved very slowly, maybe 15 to 20 miles per hour. It's difficult to judge the speed and distance at night, but as it got closer, I saw the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life to this day. It was a flat black colour, and it had 3 lights on each bottom side of its wings and a larger amber coloured one at the tip. It was completely silent until the left wing was directly above us, and then we heard, but mostly felt, a buzzing/humming sound like that of a power transformer. We felt it in our whole body, as if it was applying some sort of force onto us. It's difficult to explain because I have nothing to compare it to. It was about a football field above our heads, and when we were looking at it, we noticed that it had some sort of distortion around it, like when you pump gas into your car and the fumes distort the air around the nozzle. But we could still make out the craft pretty well. It was such an ominous feeling because the size of this craft was unbelievable.
I can't stress enough how massive this craft was. People that seen it from the streets said that it was a mile across from wingtip to wingtip, and I would easily agree. The streets here in Phoenix are set up on a north to south and west to east grid, like Las Vegas is. Every major intersection is 1 mile. That's how people measured it from the streets. I've been on an aircraft carrier before, and I lived in Virginia Beach, and would drive by the Norfolk Navy base a few times a week and would see 2 to 3 carriers docked in their spots. You could have put 3 to 3.5 carriers on each side of this craft. It was insanely massive. To put the size of this craft into perspective, the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa, is 2,722 feet tall. A mile is 5,280 feet. Imagine 2 of these buildings end to end, just gliding through the night sky. It glided through the sky heading southeast, and when it went over Squaw Peak Mountain, we lost sight of it. I will never forget what I seen that night. I can still close my eyes and picture that craft to this day, and that happened 25 years ago. I don't know what it was or who made it, but when it was directly above us, something told me that it wasn't from here. I just don't believe that we have anything like that, especially in 1997. Thousands of people witnessed this craft that night. Even our governor, who was an Air Force pilot, after he was out of office, said that he didn't believe that the craft was made on Earth. I still look up in the night sky every night, hoping to see something like that again.